What's up, weekenders? I'm Corbin and welcome to my channel, and today we're going to install the 100% American-made rough country rack and pinion bushings. Now, these guys are made out of Delrin, which is a pretty robust material, and it's going to take a beating from your rack. And basically all these guys do is fill voids on either end of your rack to help reduce deflection, which is going to make your rack a sturdier unit so that you don't cause any internal damage. There's a lot of information out there on why these guys are important, but nonetheless, you're probably here just to watch the install, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so you guys definitely don't need a lift to do this project. I'm just using one to show you guys a little bit easier. This can totally be done on the ground with some floor jacks. First step is you're going to take off your front wheel and tires. You're just going to take those off, set them off to the side. Next step is to take off your outer tie rod joints. Once you take off this bottom nut, you're going to want to tap the side of it with a hammer to break it loose. If that doesn't work, you can tap it from the bottom, but be super careful and make sure that you put the nut back on before you do that so you don't mess up your threads. Now we're looking on the inside of your tie rod boot. You're going to be looking for a metal band, and you're just going to break it off with a flathead screwdriver and a hammer. Once it breaks off, you're just going to go ahead and pull it out. And once it comes out, it should look something like this. Don't worry, you're going to be replacing it with a new hose clamp at the end. And then you're just going to pull that boot down, and you're going to take a large crescent wrench to break off your inner tie rod, and just go ahead and spin off your tie rod completely. And it should look something like that. Then you're going to want to turn your steering wheel away from the side that you're working on so that you have max amount of room to get out the factory bushing. Now, there is a black bushing in there. I was able to get it out with a little pick, but I've also heard that you can drive in a screw and pull it out with a pair of pliers as an option also. So looking here, we have the black factory bushing that we just took out and the new white bushings from Rough Country, along with your snap rings that is going to hold it in. So on the driver's side, you're looking for this oblong hole, and you're going to use the matching bushing that's going to fill that void. I was able to use a socket to push it in. You know it's in when the socket starts to slam back at you when you're tapping it in with a hammer. Once you go ahead, you're just going to push that snap ring in. You're going to make sure that it's completely seated all the way around so that the snap ring doesn't fall out. And then you're pretty much done. You're going to go ahead, reinstall your tie rod. Make sure that you tighten that up. Same with your outer tie rod joint. Now you're going to want to go ahead and buy some 2 to 3 inch hose clamps to reinstall on your tie rod boot. And you're just going to go ahead and put your boot back onto your steering rack and just tighten that guy up, and you're pretty much done. Just repeat the process on the other side. Alright, so I've been using the Rough Country rack and pinion bushing for about 2 weeks now, and I really wanted to get some miles underneath it just to make sure that nothing crazy was going to happen. I've been using it on-road and off-road, and I can happily report that I've had 0 issues so far, and my steering feels just as normal as it did before. And if anything changes, I will be sure to tell you guys immediately. And also, I know that there's a lot of concerns whether or not this product was made in the United States or not, and I can happily confirm that this product is 100% made in the United States. Getting that information not only from Rough Country's website, but also through friends of friends that work at Rough Country, even down to the little metal snap rings that hold in the bushings are made in the United States. So if that was a concern of yours, hopefully that information can relieve it for you. But nonetheless, that's the install for the Rough Country rack and pinion bushings. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up. I got some more mods coming in, and I'm also heading to Moab later this week. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that. Hit that subscribe button. Be sure to give a like, and I guess we'll catch you guys at the next waypoint.